It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Caps and the Steamers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
It's the 7th stadium and 4th country to become part of the NFL's International Series, Brock, as we're here in Sao Paulo, Brazil at Arena Corinthians. Welcome in, everyone. Kate, Scott, and Brock Hewitt on the call for you for this one. And I'm sure a lot of people in attendance and watching from home, Brock, they've already got the winner made up in their mind. But I'll tell you one thing, we've got a sideline down there ready to dispel that eye test.
Well, all that talk before the game is just that. Talk. You can look at past performance, you can look at metrics, you can spin any numbers you want. But we're about ready to kick this thing off, and from there, it's anybody's game.
Here's Randy Bullock to get this one started. And away we go, here in Sao Paulo. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And leading them out is someone who finally fought his way to the field last season after going undrafted back in 2019, Washington product Jake Browning.
Kid, I really think this is one of those moments where every starting quarterback in the opener, right? Week 1, all has a sense of gratitude. All has a smile on their face. You're one of 32 guys on the planet that get to start an NFL season, and you want to make the most of that chance.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 2nd and 3 now. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They stick with Gainwell. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Chicago first down. Putting a receiver in motion. Play action on 1st down. Connects with Thrash. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a Chicago first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
A give right side to Gainwell. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Caps finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
That one splits the uprights. And the Caps take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
It's the dawn of a new season, Kate, with all the promise in the world ahead of he and his squad. And this is where all that off-season planning, the reps in camp, the sweat, the blood, the tears come into play. And you really don't want to stumble out the gate. You want to be the horse who jumps to the front right away and let everybody try to chase you down.
And that hit stops him in his tracks. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Here's another carry for Edwards-Helaire. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Call that a modest improvement. 3 yards that time, but still a 3rd and 7 upcoming. Now it's Lance. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Lance. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 now. Finds the in route complete. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. They're now set for 1st and 10. Here's Lance now. He locates Daniel Bellinger. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
All right, 1st sack on the board on the 1st drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And look at this return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Back out comes the Chicago offense for their 2nd drive. They're 1 for 1 so far to begin the new NFL season. Touchdown on their opening drive. Let's see if they have 2 for 2 in them. They go play action on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Browning. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. So no return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. Their 1st drive of the new campaign netted a field goal. Now let's see if they can bump that up to a touchdown on drive number 2. He's got Bellinger. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for and you go out and execute.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. From the gun, Edwards-Helaire gets it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Just 1 yard. Could have used considerably more. That's going to bring up third and very long. They kick the running back in motion. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive. Third and long for him here. Teams getting out there and ready to resume play. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
This lands deep into the end zone. We're picking things up at the 20 after the touchback. Chicago getting set to take the field down. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punch, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their second drive. And all he can get is 1 yard, ran that right into the defensive front.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the first game of the season. Training staff out to work on it. They're going to throw it on third and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. 58 yards on the punt there. And it'll be their football. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Throwing his Lance. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Out of the gun, a give to Edwards-Helaire. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9. Lance. Taken in by Bellinger. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, When you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they're going to take over possession. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Browning. Got Evans. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. Browning. He's got it deep downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Caps now lead by 10. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw. Just the right touch. And you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now this offense getting set to work here. And they find themselves trailing by 11 as they take over down 14-3. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. To the air, lands. Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 42. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Still sticking with the passing game. He's going to keep it this time. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Lance. That's complete. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Running back sent in motion. 3rd down from the gun. That heater is going to fall to the turf.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
The kick by Havrasik is good. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. Back to throw, Browning. Pass complete to Thrash. And he has a gain of 4 on the run, which runs us up to the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 29. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Officially a 55-yard launch. And that is where they'll start the next drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Lance. Has a man, it's Brown. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Here's 2nd and 5. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just a yard or 2 short of that 25. They get 27 on the play. And it'll give them a 1st down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has it at the 7. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Going power with a big tight end. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. Tight end going in motion here. 2nd and goal. He's headed right on the option. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. Do you continue to try running it against a front that stopped you? Or are you now forced to put the ball in the air? Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range. He's delivering.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. A final throw before the break. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. We've reached halftime. Less than a touchdown separating our team so far. Now we'll toss things to Jonathan Coachman in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. Some great games still to come. And I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there, as that promises to be a tight one. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on what should be a very tough opponent. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and what equates to be a very tough opponent. These two teams heading out of the tunnel, and we're ready to get back to it. For the call of the second half, here is the great Kate T. Scott. Kate?
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Starting from the 5. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Steamers send Trey Lance headed back out on offense. They've got first down from the 31. Now it's Lance. Has a man, it's Edwards-Helaire. And he's brought down at the line.
Yeah, the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Throwing on 3rd and long. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. 4th down coming up. Steamers getting their punt team out there. Drew Chrisman will kick it away. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. No return on that punt. And they'll begin this possession in just a moment. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Give to Evans from the gun. Broke through the tackle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Trying the right side. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's a Chicago 1st down. Now it's Browning. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Evans straight ahead. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 43. Throw right side, caught by Thomas. It's a gain of 17 on that one. that's a Chicago first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in-cut and make the catch.
And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Still first down.
So now, after the penalty, it's 1st and 15. Running it after the penalty. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Staying ground with Evans. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down, and they go right back to it. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's another carry for Evans. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3. Browning. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Now outruns their offense to take over. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They're set up at the 35 now. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Lance now. Hits him on the in route. And he'll get it up to the 44.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
A give up the gut to Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. He manages a gain of 8 there. And they're going to have a first down. Throwing his Lance. Buying some time right. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. 3rd and just 2 to go. Oh, he's headed left again on an option. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. All set up now for 1st and 10. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's still just a one-score game as we resume play in the 4th. All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lance. Catch is made in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They need the end zone here. They've got 4 chances at it. This is 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Browning. Connecting on a slant. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Renfro, the receiver, in motion left. Fits it through the middle. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
I love everything about that play, Kate, so much for a quarterback. When you're throwing that crossing route, it's imperative that you lead that receiver. You don't throw where he's at, you throw where he's going. And when you do, yards after catch follow.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Looking to throw, Browning. The throw is caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
That's going to be cut by Evans. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Caps go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one right down the middle. And the Caps lead by 15 now. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Their offense ready to take the field now. They gave one away on their first drive of the season. Now it's time to get one back with a touchdown on drive number 2. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That's complete. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Back to throw, it's Lance. Short pass brought in. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. He'll throw it yet again. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Caps will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that follow. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. From the gun, a carry by Evans. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the first game of the season. Training staff out to work on him. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Browning. Hauled in left side. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the air, Browning. That's Thomas, he's got it. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Connects with Thrash. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 from the 41. They are throwing it again. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
This finds Evans complete. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
They get to him and bring him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. Riley Dixon, the one to kick it away. The Steamers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Motion man left is Brown. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Now to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Throwing now. Makes the grab in bounds left side. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. He brings it in. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Before we can get a snap on second down, they call timeout. To throw. This one's caught. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. Got to hurry this to the line. Looking to throw it. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Caps are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Evans. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Second down now, 7 to go. Now a give to Evans. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. It goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. This offense ready to get going again now. And he's been the victim of 3 interceptions already in this game, Brock. Passing lanes kind of reminding me of LA traffic. Pretty hazardous throughout this game.
Yeah, just a mess and nowhere to go. And it's an awful place both on the highway. And trust me, when you're in the pocket looking at this defense, too, it's miserable. Everything's been contested. Everything's been hard. No gimmies. It's a real testament to the work this secondary has done to prepare for this matchup. Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 10 now. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. Here's Lance now. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Trying to push it deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Caps as we say ciao from Sao Paulo.